Hello, Montgomery friends. Welcome to the first all-school chapel of 2021. Very excited to be bringing this to you this morning and really looking forward to being back together here on campus after one more week of remote learning. Hope you are all warm and healthy and happy and can't wait to be together. This morning we're going to start with our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now let's do a couple of birthdays. We had a lot of birthdays before the break because there was a lot of time we weren't together, so now just a few for the coming week. Beginning with today, we have sixth grader Samantha Cabot, happy birthday Samantha, and second grader Nora Brantner, happy birthday Nora. Looking ahead to Monday, the 11th of January, we have pre-kindergartner Brennan Clay. Happy birthday to Brennan. We're also still logging some of those half birthdays. We're into the month of July, and we have 4 half birthdays in July. So 8th grader June DeBernardinis on the 11th of July, happy half, June. 5th grader Jack Pizanka on the 12th of July, happy half to Jack. 8th grader Chance Fries, happy half to you, Chance, on the 13th of July. And 1st grader Sawyer Johnson on the 14th of July. Happy half to Sawyer. So let's sing for our friends.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you.
And now to today's chapel presentation. Before I introduce today's speaker, just a sense of place on our calendar. We have one more week of remote at-home learning, and we will end next week with a special Martin Luther King Day chapel, which several community members are working hard on now, so looking forward to that. And then we will recognize Martin Luther King Day the following Monday with a day off, and we will return to classes here on campus on Tuesday. So looking forward to seeing you in Carline and getting started. Today's chapel speaker is known to probably everyone on campus for her effervescent smile. She has a fun-loving nature. She lights up a room, and she is also someone who really believes in our community and doing everything that she does extremely well and getting it right. We're very proud of her hard work. She works very hard at school and also at her family's farm. And if you haven't guessed who this is yet, it's Anna Eaglehouse. Anna has a very special message. I think it's a great one for us to start this 2021 with together. And I'm very proud to introduce her to you. Take it away, Anna.
Thank you, Mr. McManus, for the warm introduction. Good morning, students, parents, teachers, and faculty. My name is Anna Eaglehouse, and I am an 8th grader at Montgomery and has been here since 3rd grade. I have 2 siblings, Matthew, my older brother, and Melissa, my older sister, both who graduated from Montgomery. Now, before I start my chapel, I just want to say thank you. No matter if I know you or not, you all have made my time at Montgomery unforgettable, and I am grateful for all the memories. Now on to the chapel. Today I'd like to talk about how we see ourselves, think of who we are, and moments that change us. First, how do we describe ourselves and define ourselves? Maybe you think they are the same thing, but let me explain the difference. The definition of describe is give an account of words, someone, or something, including all relevant characteristics, qualities, or events. The definition of define is to state a verb or to state or describe exactly the nature or scope of the meaning of. Often we think of what describes us as the physical characteristics, like hair color, eye color, how tall we are, how old we are, etc. When I was younger, I was described as having dirty brown hair, lost teeth, short bangs, and being the shortest in the family. Is it having red or brunette hair like my cousins, being birthday buddies, and being taller than a younger cousin, my sister and our youngest cousin? What describes me now is my brown hair, hazel eyes, a new dog, and being taller than my mom. So what describes you? We often describe ourselves by our interests. I like to play field hockey, take pictures, travel, go shopping, and spend time with friends and family. How would you describe your interests? What do you like to do? Is it being athletic? Is it being in the musical? Making arts and crafts? Reading the classics? Becoming a Minecraft expert? Sledding with friends? Working hard at school? Or being proud of your professional job? So describing ourselves is how we look and act on the outside. Now what defines each of us is what's on the inside, how we respond to situations, and how we think or feel about our actions. So basically, our personality and how we see the world. I define myself as caring, kind to others, fun-loving, persistent, and tenacious. What words define your personality? Are you a loving person? Have fun playing with friends? Believe in honesty? Work hard? Like competition? Make others laugh? Or be a good friend? Nobody out of 7.8 billion people are described or defined quite like you. Everyone is their own person, and that is what makes our world so special and unique. More importantly, how we think of ourselves is important to a healthy mindset. When you look at yourself, do you see negative or positive? Seeing ourselves as negative or insecure can be bad for our mind. When you think of yourself, think of it in a positive way, which is happier and a healthier way to be. So, who we are is never static or the same. We keep changing how we define ourselves because life is always changing. If you want to make a positive change, you have the ability to do it, but make sure you ask yourself why. Is it because you have a goal for yourself? Want to try something new? Push past the comfort level, or improve on your trait? For me, learning gymnastics and competitive cheer taught me to be able to push past my fears of performing in front of large crowds. Being on center stage in front of judges teaches you confidence and the ability to block out distractions when needed. Or do you make a change because you're comparing yourself to your friends or others? Are you changing because of what you think you should be? For example, changing your style or friend group because you think you'll fit in better. Always remember you are unique and special in your own way. Over the 13 years of being on this earth, I have learned that some changes are caused by life situations, a job switch, a best friend or family who moves away. These changes can make us unsure about how the future will be. From them, we can learn new skills over time, which can further define us. Sometimes changes can be sudden, which ultimately defines us in unexpected ways. Some major life changes that have defined me are my concussion and being hospitalized. Sudden changes have something in common. They're all scary at first. In the beginning, you don't know what to expect or what is going to happen. In 2016, on a holiday break, my family and I got the opportunity to go to the Bahamas. On New Year's Eve, after watching the fireworks, we went back to the hotel room, and when I was getting ready for bed, I slammed the back of my head on the edge of the bed. To stop the pain, we put ice bags on it, and my family and I were able to get some sleep that night. The next day, I woke up with a massive headache, which we thought was normal because I had hit my head. But then, my mom and I realized I could not remember my name or recognize some of my family. After flying back to the States, we rushed to get a CAT scan of my brain to check for bleeding, which thankfully it was not bleeding, and I was diagnosed with a concussion. The definition of concussion is temporary unconsciousness caused by a blow to the head. The term is also used loosely of the after effects such as confusion or temporary incapacity. Because of my concussion, I had amnesia and didn't know who I was or any of my family. I didn't recognize my house, friends, or school. Couldn't do math, only count with my fingers. I had to relearn how to tie my shoes and braid my hair. Can you imagine the feelings? It was strange for me because I couldn't remember the skills I had been doing for years. While my brain was healing, the amnesia would come and go. Can you imagine one day you knew how to tie your shoes and the next you couldn't? With time, patience, and a lot of water, my brain began to heal. I am grateful for Mrs. Batson, Mrs. Kelly, and my classmates for helping me through this experience in 5th grade. I'm sure it was hard for all of you to see me be different on some days and not really understand why. To this day, I deal with some symptoms of a concussion, such as memory loss, but I always remember to drink lots of water. Taking tests is hard, and I constantly learn new ways to memorize information since my memory can fade out, especially when I'm stressed. This experience has changed me and helped me realize the power of the brain and the mind in defining how we learn and see the world. 2 months ago, when I was hospitalized, it was different from having a concussion, but both were extremely scary and life-changing. Being hospitalized for a low heart rate and other issues really opened my eyes and showed me how much I worried about the little things in life instead of enjoying them. Worrying about tests, high school acceptance, and future of everything, most of which I could not control, tricked my brain to make poor decisions. No one really wants to be hospitalized for 10 days, but in the end, I knew it was one of the best decisions I made. I chose life over the deadly side of the brain. Both these experiences has changed me and defined me differently now. Overall, life has a new perspective for me. I'm becoming more flexible, resilient, and stronger in mind, body, and spirit. I'm learning how to control stress in healthy ways, and I've become stronger in my faith and do yoga often. I'd like to share a video which reminds us that when those unexpected moments challenge us, we can either run from them or choose to grow from them and use those lessons to define us as a better person.
Maybe I should just quit and go back to making noodles.
Look, kid, bad things happen, and you can't do anything about it, right?
Right.
Wrong! When the world turns its back on you, you turn your back on the world.
When life gets you down, you know what you gotta
I
do?
don't want to know what you gotta do.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
You gotta put your past behind you.
But it still hurts.
Oh, yes, the past can hurt. But the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it.
Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. But today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.
Your story may not have such a happy beginning, but that doesn't make you who you are. It is the rest of your story. So, who are you?
When I was looking for a quote, I really was struggling to find one that matched my chapel. When I saw this one, it really stood out and spoke to me. Change can be risky. It can be difficult. It can also be beautiful, and it will always show you more of yourself. In closing, we all have moments in our lives that change us. Some we can control, and some we can't. They will stick with you, no matter what. But while they can be scary, they make us be stronger people. Remember, you were given this life because you were strong enough to live it. Ultimately, who we are is defined by these changes because life is a journey, full of change, filled with bumps and in the road and some detours. But this is good. This is what's supposed to happen. Embrace those moments of change and opportunities to define yourself as you journey in life. I hope you enjoy my chapel and have an amazing day.